Real estate in the western suburbs of Chicago as of January 2025 is a tale of two markets. Some homes race off the starting line, get multiple offers, and go under contract in days. Others sit for months and go stale before selling, often for a sizable discount from asking price. I'm Eric with Andersen Realty Group, and what we have here is a dynamic that's similar to Aesop's The Tortoise and the Hare. The tortoise, with its steady determination and well-planned strategy, ends up winning the race. The hare, overconfident and careless, takes a nap and falls short. In today's market, both tortoises and hares are very much present. Whether you're buying or selling, the key is to know if you're dealing with a tortoise or a hare. This will help you make smarter decisions that are more effective and profitable. We're going to start by looking at how tortoises and hares are faring in Downers Grove. Then we'll see how these dynamics are playing out all across the country, and we'll end by discussing how sellers and buyers can use this information to their advantage. But first, let's turn to the data in Downers Grove, where the market definitely leans more tortoise than hare, keeping in mind that the tortoises are the winners, though hares are also starting to crop up. Over the past 3 months, 101 single-family homes sold in Downers Grove. Of those, 35 moved at lightning speed, selling in under a week. These tortoise-like homes were strategic and steady, and it paid off. On average, they sold for about 4.9% over asking price. Remember that. The competitive listing sold for about a 5% premium on average. One even went for nearly 18% over asking price. On the other hand, 12 homes in Downers Grove for the past 3 months lingered on the market for over 100 days, with one taking an incredible 576 days to sell. Now, 4 of these were new construction, which has often artificially inflated market times because builders typically list their homes before they've even start building them. So excluding these, the remaining homes sold for an average of just 89% of their asking price. That's about a $70,000 discount, with one dropping as low as 78% of its original price. But keep in mind, these non-competitive listings represent less than 10% of the available inventory in Downers, while competitive listings represent about 30% of the market. So if you're looking at a new listing in Downers Grove, it's statistically more likely to be a tortoise than a hare. That leaves about 60% of the inventory in Downers that we might consider just average, neither tortoises nor hares. These listings have been selling for an average of 99.6% of asking price. So the moral of the story, competitive listings are selling about 5% over asking, stale listings are going about 11% under, and the typical or average listing is selling right about at asking price in Downers Grove over the past 3 months. Now, the difference between tortoise and hare listings is this. The quick-selling tortoises were priced competitively, thoughtfully presented, and marketed effectively. If you show a house with photos so bad that they look like photos from Bigfoot sightings, they're blurry and suspicious, don't expect buyers to come running. The hares? Overpriced, underprepared, poorly marketed, and often all three. Now, this story isn't unique to Downers Grove. It is playing out across the entire country. Nationally, active listings in November were up 12.1% from last year, giving us the highest inventory levels we've seen since 2020. What's more than half of those listings nationally sat unsold for over 60 days, which is the highest average market time since November 2019. Nationally, the homes that were priced right, prepared well, and marketed effectively sprinted to the finish line, as we'd expect, often selling in just 3 to 5 days. Meanwhile, the hares tended to sit for 3 months or more, eventually requiring price cuts to attract buyers. Now, it's not just about speed, it's also about strategy. Elevated mortgage rates, hovering above 7%, have made buyers more hesitant. This means sellers need to be more thoughtful and deliberate than ever before. Inflation-adjusted costs of home ownership are at their highest point in decades. Sellers who understand the market dynamics and position their homes like tortoises are reaping the rewards, while hares are scrambling to adjust. So how can sellers be tortoises and cross the finish line as winners? Well, first, price your home competitively. It's counterintuitive, but asking a little less upfront can often lead to a higher sale price in the end. This is because a competitively priced home attracts more buyers. This often leads to competition or a quick sale, which gives the buyer less leverage in negotiations. The second thing savvy tortoise-like sellers know is that preparation matters. This includes staging, curb appeal, and minor repairs. A move-in ready home captures buyer attention, making them more likely to act quickly. Finally, highlighting unique features and having a compelling presentation for your listing with things like 3D tours, high-quality photos, floor plans, and a robust digital presence will also help set your home apart. Finally, know if your home falls into a niche category. Some properties, like custom homes or those with unique features, might not appeal to a broad audience, but it will be perfect for the right buyer. These homes might look like hares at first glance, as they generally take longer to sell. But with appropriate pricing, preparation, and marketing, they're ready to sprint to the finish line when that perfect buyer comes along. Buyers, your strategy depends on recognizing tortoises and hares. When chasing the tortoise, speed is critical. These homes are well priced and well prepared, and they sell quickly. If you're looking at a home with low market time, you may be looking at a tortoise. As we noted earlier, in Downers Grove, competitive listings have averaged close to 5% over asking price, so be ready to bid accordingly. Of course, not all new listings sell quickly, so you may be looking at a hare that's getting ready to take a nap and linger on the market, even if it's low market time. A great agent who knows the local market can help you determine if a home with low market time really is a tortoise or if it's getting ready to go into hibernation. If it's a tortoise, make sure you're ready to go. Have your pre-approval ready and be prepared to act decisively. If you're looking for a deal, go hare hunting. This means keeping a close eye on market time and going after those homes that have been sitting for a while. Ideally, 90 days or longer. These represent opportunity and give you more negotiation leverage. In Downers Grove, sleepy listings sold for an average of 11% below asking price, though a few did go in the 94 to 95% range. Again, a great agent can provide you with the most current data and help guide your offers so that you are strategic and successful. You'll also want to be aware of the stubborn seller. You'll occasionally run across a seller who refuses to budge, leaving you with only two options. One, you can move on and find a better value, or you can be prepared to pay a king's ransom. Now, if it's the home you want, there's nothing wrong with that. Just be aware that it may not appraise, and you could end up with some negative equity. Whether buying or selling, it's important to have a solid understanding of the market. A one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work. Sellers who overprice their homes, who don't prepare them for market, and have a poor marketing strategy miss out on competitive offers. Buyers who offer 90% of asking price on every home are more likely to get frustrated and give up than they are to get a home under contract. Success comes from knowing the data and coming up with an appropriate strategy. Just like the winner in the fable, the winner isn't always the one who's the fastest. It's the one who's the best prepared. If you'd like my help coming up with a great strategy, whether selling or buying, reach out using my contact information below. And if you found this helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications. I'm Eric with Andersen Realty Group, a family-owned brokerage where we treat our clients like family.